make yourself alive?
Your arguments are off of a red herring. You never said none of that.
How do you make yourself alive?
What are you talking about? Bet.
How do you make yourself alive?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Are you going to keep talking?
No.
All right, bet. Let me go to Revelation chapter 22 verse 14.
Bring that out!
You said Revelation what?
Bring that out!
22 and 14. Let me get
That ain't where you're live at.
How you gonna ask me? Listen, if you go to it, hold on. If you go to a professor,
we're going to Ephesians 2, and I'll tell you how you make yourself alive.
Listen.
Because you're dead through the sins of Adam.
If you go to a professor and you ask them a question, you're not going to say that's not the answer. You sound crazy as hell. If you say, how do I get to something equal 4? It might be 3 different ways that you can make something equal 4. It's not just one verse.
You're not getting there. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 1 tells you how to become alive again.
You do not have the fruit of the Spirit.
Ephesians chapter 2 verse 1 tells you how you can be alive.
That might be a precept to link up with
No,
the
it
other
tells you how I was made alive. And you talking to us, has he made alive
with that
who
being
were
said,
dead in your sins
with that being
and your
said,
trespasses?
when I asked you what hell was, you went to 2 verses. You didn't just go to 1, right?
That's right.
So you lying.
You know why I went to 2? Because hell is going to be cast into the lake of fire at the end.
You're a hypocrite.
Hell will be cast into the lake of fire at the end.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
I don't care nothing about that.
You don't have to.
The Bible, it don't matter because it's not inspired by God.
So
I'll give you inspiration. John chapter 3 verse 3 says, except the man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Where are you taking him to?
John 10 and 44.
John 10:44.
You go through it.
Yeah. I like to see what you're talking about.
Yeah, you say it's not prescribed. Tell me where
I want to go where we agree
on.
We agree on the word, right? The Bible.
The whole Bible.
That's right.
Not just a part of it.
That's right.
All right then. So if I went to 2 verses or 3 verses that talked about salvation, would I be wrong?
You would if you did not rightly divide the word of truth.
But why didn't you allow me to do that? Hold on. Why didn't you allow me to do that when I wanted to go to Revelation 22?
Because salvation was in John, it was in Acts,
it talks about salvation throughout.
Galatians.
It talks about salvation throughout the Bible. Because even in the Old Testament it talks about salvation, does it not?
The new birth.
Does it talk about salvation? Does it talk about salvation in the Old Bible?
I'm gonna get my other hands.
Yeah, you might need it. Does it say? Does it talk about salvation in the Old Testament?
It does.
So you're cut. Stop talking. You're cut. John 10 and 44. I'm at John chapter 10 and verse 22. My bad.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication.
Right?
And it was winter.
Show me the feast of dedication in the Bible. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Why?
I
don't. Okay, here you go.
Show me where it says. The feast of dedication. And it has to be verbatim. That's talking about the feast of dedication.
Yep.
All right.
Just want to see it.
Okay. We're going to see it. Yeah, I'm going to see it. Let me see what you're talking about. See, I'm patient.
Yeah.
I got the fruits of the Spirit.
Okay. Hey, bring that up here. Colossians 2:16.
Okay.
Let no man therefore judge you in meat or drink, respect of any holy day, a new moon, the Sabbath, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ.
Does that teach you not to keep the feast of dedication?
Yes, it does.
All right, go to Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to follow something that cannot make you whole. Right. You were born dead into sin through Adam.
We all teach that.
And if you die right now in your sins, you're going to hell.
No,
except that you were born again, John 3:3.
It says first comes death, then the judgment.
Right.
So how in that, hold on, how are you going to conflate? Because even with the trumpets and things of that nature, which I'm pretty sure you don't have to understand that. When it even comes to that aspect, and it talks about the dead being resurrected and things of that nature, a lot of resurrections will be to judgment as well.
Resurrection is for the sake of
It's
death.
going to be
Resurrection is for the sake of death.
as soon as you don't make no sense right now.
Hebrews
You're double talking.
9:27 is where you want to go.
Hold on,
right?
you're double talking. No, I was going Hebrews 8 and 8 because you lied twice about
Hebrews
the
9:27 is
You lied about
appointed
the
unto
law not being in the
man
new
wants
covenant.
to die, but after this comes the judgment.
No,
You're
what I'm
talking about
saying
your physical death. I'm talking about your spiritual death. That's
Right.
what I mean.
Right.
That's the second
Right.
death.
But
That's not
when
the first death that
so
you're
now
talking
you're going to
about
conflate.
right now.
No, now
I'm talking about the second death.
So now
which
you're
is your
conflating.
spiritual death,
All right,
which
but
is eternal.
Earlier,
If you die in your sin, you'll be facing an eternal second death, and that is forever.
But
I have to take
when we were talking about the seals,
I can't just
when we were talking about the seals, those souls were already dead. So after the exactly, but when I brought out the death, you said right now, if I die, I'm going to hell. But when I showed you the precept and I asked you about it, now you're talking about those that were dead. I just speaking about in Hebrews that were dead. When the judgment comes, then they're going to be resurrected for the judgment. But you try to place the judgment on me, saying if I die today, I'm going straight to hell. So you're lying and double talking. You're double talking. What in Matthew 5:17?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
So how long does it take? Judgment is for you. It's not for your physical. It depends on when you die. It depends on when you die. And it depends on when the end comes.
See, now
so
you're double talking.
Two different things.
Because if that's the thing, if
you
that's the
die
answer
in
that
your
you're giving,
sins,
if that's the
going
answer
to
that
the
you're
second
giving,
death.
if that's the answer that you're giving, you're still double talking because if you said out your mouth, if I die
if you
today,
don't understand, just ask for clarification.
I asked you 3 times.
It's not double.
I asked you 3 times.
Talk to explain to you a
It's double
process.
talk. It's double talk.
It is a
The
process.
same question 3 times, and you give me 3 separate.
Right now,
So that's double talk.
I'm talking about a couple of deaths.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about your physical death.
Right, but when I ask
I'm talking
you a
about your
direct
spiritual
question,
death.
if I ask
I'm
you a
talking about
direct
your
question,
second
if I
death.
ask a
All
direct
those are
question,
different, and they happen in
if I
different
ask
ways.
a direct question, answer
You didn't
directly.
clarify which death you're talking about.
Why didn't you just ask for me to clarify?
Didn't you just say that? You're a hypocrite.
I was
Go ahead.
clarifying when you were cutting me off. That's why I had to go get a speaker because you were cutting me off before I could finish what I'm doing.
You was cutting
The
us off.
second death.
This is the book
spiritual
of Matthew,
death.
chapter 5 and verse 17.
Right?
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Earlier you said you fulfilled that, but I know
I
you
said Christ fulfilled.
You did not say that the
You
first
said
time. It's
you
on camera. You said I fulfilled that. I fulfilled the law. You said that.
Christ fulfilled the law.
I agree with you. Christ did.
And
And
I'm fulfilling the law through Christ.
You didn't say that though.
So
You're slipping with the tongue. That's what you
if you
did.
cut me off, you never hear everything.
I didn't cut you off for you to clearly say
If
that.
you answer a matter before you hear it, you're not wise. So you're cutting me off before you hear the full
Hold
explanation
on.
and thinking
When
that
you
you know
said
what I
that,
said.
when
You
you
don't know
said
what I
that, you
said.
stopped.
You don't know.
You did not keep going. We're going to go to the
Actually, I
Bible.
took
Read
you
the
to
Bible.
Romans 10 and 4.
Read the
Then I
Bible.
would have took
This
you
is
to
the book of
Romans.
Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
So if you say you went to Romans 10 and 4, are you saying that Paul said that he fulfilled the law?
Christ fulfilled the law.
But
That's what he says in Romans 10 and 4.
No.
For
So
Christ
he's
is the
lying.
end of the law
He's lying.
for righteousness for everyone
This is
that
the book of Matthew,
Romans 10
chapter
4,
5
for
and verse
Christ is the
17.
end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. You're cutting off the Bible.
No,
Romans
you're not reading, I'm
10
reading.
and 4,
I'm reading.
for Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. Herein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, for the just shall live by faith. Moses describes the blessedness of those that will follow after the law, saying, the man that shall walk in it shall fulfill it. But Christ, what did he do? He said, this is the salvation. What saith the law?
All right, can I go to it?
He said, what saith the law?
Can I go to it?
We
What does
were
the law
just
say?
quiet this whole
Can
time.
we go to it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Matthew 5 and 17 again.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
He quoted 3 scriptures, so I want to quote 3.
Red letter.
5:17.
Yeah, 5 and 17.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right?
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Keep going.
For verily I say unto you,
Right.
till heaven and earth
He
pass,
said until. Go ahead.
one jot or one tittle
Right.
shall in no wise pass from the
So
law,
nobody can pass from the law one jot until what?
till all be fulfilled.
Has all things been fulfilled? That's just a question. I'm gonna keep going in the verse. All right then. Right. But he said, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law until all be fulfilled. Keep going.
Whosoever.
Till all be what?
Fulfilled. And he said all things have not been fulfilled.
I didn't say that.
You
I said
just
Christ
said
fulfilled the law.
you just said that.
No, it's okay. Let's say he did it. That's Galatians 5 and 19. What you're doing? Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Because we see Christ talk about the 2 greatest commandments, but earlier he said if you break one of these least commandments. What are the least commandments?
You quoted Colossians 2:16. What are the least commandments?
That's fulfilled. You're
Okay,
doing something that can't justify you from
bring
your
it out.
sin.
Let's bring it out.
You're trying to follow
Hold on.
something that can't
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so,
Go ahead.
he shall be called least in the kingdom. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So he said, whosoever shall teach will break and teach men to do the least of the commandments. Hold on.
Break.
I said, he said break and teach.
Right, but
break and teach.
Right.
So if you're breaking
So you can't
the
break
least,
the law.
he said break the least and
Right.
teach men so shall
Right.
be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Right? And those that do the commandments and I should get Philippians 1. Go ahead, verse 19.
It says,
And remember, verse 17, he says, I am not come to
Whosoever-
destroy the law or the prophets. He said, I did not come to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill.